Jack Dunkley, like leaving his ex to go on the show.
Cheating's not good.
No.
But if I'm going viral, bro, I'm doing a bit of cheating.
You'd be the cheater? I don't hold him to account, though. I hold his dragon wife, Lauren, to account. I mean, that guy was dealing with the biggest player on the show.
This is Tim's message that he left for you on my podcast.
Teamed up really fucking well with Jack. You two assholes together are perfect. But as for blaming Channel 9 and the edit, go yourself. You're just a shitty person at the core of who you are. Stop trying to be Andrew Tate. It's been done, gone, and people are sick of it. Move on, get your shit together.
So Jade and Lauren
Yeah.
are in the pool. Wait, what makes you say whale? I've got to understand, like,
Just like, it's fucking shitty, smutty joke, right?
what? Because
like,
they make, what,
water.
whales are like this. Lucinda said something about Tim's tits on
Did
the
he
show.
now?
Guys, welcome back to Project 23. We have Jack off Married at First Sight, the most controversial person, I think. Can we name you the most controversial person off the show?
Yeah, look, it's probably accurate.
Yeah.
The fucking supervillain's been out there quite a bit, but I don't think I am a supervillain. I've definitely come across that way, I think, through the show. But yeah, probably the most controversial character, and within the most controversial relationship, I would probably is more accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like, so did you go on there with a plan to, this is a pretty, like, you got to, I don't know, you can answer it or not, but did you go on there trying to like play that villain character or?
Nah, buddy, I didn't. Everyone's like, fuck, you must be an actor. You must be leaning into this character.
Yeah.
Nah, mate, they do a bloody good job.
Yeah.
And, you know, I am who I am. I do hold myself a certain way and I don't take a lot of shit. So, you know, personal trainer from the Gold Coast, not sure of myself, but confident in who I am.
Yeah.
My closest friends and family who have seen the show before, once I broke the news I was going on, they were like, dude, they're going to fuck with you. Like, you're going to be the next Harrison 2.0. You're going to be a fuck boy. They're going to try and get you to cheat on your missus. Not because that's who I am, but it's easy to portray someone. Like, I mean, if they put you on the show, brother,
I'm going to be that person.
brother, you're going to be the person. You're not going to come out the white knight. I can tell you now.
Yeah. I would play into it, definitely.
Yeah.
I'd love to like go on there and do, cheating's not good.
No.
But if I'm going viral, bro, I'm doing a bit of cheating.
You'd be the cheater?
Yeah. Oh, man, like I'd cheat up. Yeah, I'd have some.
Who
like,
would have you went for, you reckon? If you got married with so-and-so, who would have you went for on the
Mate,
cast?
are you interviewing me or I'm interviewing you?
I'm keen to know. Who would have you went for?
Oh, man. On this show right now, I've said, like, I don't rate Sarah at all. Like, Sarah's crazy.
That's a trigger word, bro. You got to be careful.
Bro, she's but she's like, I'm just like, well, I honestly don't know, man. Like, I haven't really looked into it like that. I was watching the show and it was interesting.
Yeah.
But I don't think my type was actually on the show, bro. I'd go for like I want like a nice girl, bro. I'm in social media. I want a chill girl, like one that's away from not wanting to be around social media.
I get that.
Anyone that's going on a TV show, I'm probably not trying to get with. Do
Yeah,
you know what I'm
it's
saying?
like when you meet a girl in real life and you grab her on the Instagram, you kind of, if you're like me, you're hoping to not see a big platform.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of attention coming with it. You know, there's, social media is a lot of influencing. It's not a lot of, it's not as real as it looks.
Yeah.
So yeah, I normally look for that. Normally when I meet
my next relationships, I want them to just be chill.
Just chill.
Not.
Just
I've
wholesome,
had
brother.
public ones. And I'm just like God bless the girls, but I don't want that anymore. So, and I don't want any girl that's on a show. So there you go.
You just asked me, like, did I lean into it, man? You don't have to. When you are put up on a pedestal and you are getting portrayed that way, it is so blatantly obvious. And watching it back now, it just doesn't matter. You can try and steer away from it. You can answer questions back. And in hindsight, you watch it back and say, why didn't I say this? Why didn't I do that?
Yeah.
But it won't make it. Like if you were my bro on the show and you knew shit was bullshit, if you had stood up and been like, well, this didn't happen, like this is out of context.
Yeah.
It would have felt good at the time filming and you're going, here we go, here's clarity and context, but they'll cut it out anyway. So it won't even come through.
Like yous were filmed sitting there. Like I had Jono on the show as well. And he like, I chatted to him, like he's actually a good person. Like what I've seen, he's a really good dude. Like he can hold a great conversation. He's got a great backstory. I don't know what your guys, do you have drama?
We don't. I'm past the show now.
Yeah.
I normally, when I discuss Jono, he's a fucking nice dude. He's a
And
nice,
can hold a good conversation on the
fantastic
show, man. On the
conversation.
show, he
Yeah.
was just cut. He was just
Yeah.
like sat there, just not replying or anything.
Yeah, that's not Jono. He's not the loudest in the room, but
Yeah.
I think he says multiple times through the show, like he's worked on himself over, the refinement over the last 20 years. And
Yeah.
I did, when I met him at the Bucks night, which was the first filming night, I come home and thought he's a cool dude. Like, he's probably the most refined gentleman here. And
Yeah.
I think I'll get on with him well. And we did at the start.
Did he throw you under the bus or something? Is
He
that why you're a bit
did.
pressed?
Sorry,
Something
brother.
happened?
I don't hold him to account though. I hold his dragon wife Lauren to account. I mean, that guy was dealing with the biggest player on the show. So I still feel for the guy. And look, if I ran into him tomorrow, I'd have a beer with him.
Yeah. So he's a chill. Will catch up soon, I'm sure. He's both on the Gold Coast. You should link up and just like have a chat and whatever. And you're past the show now. I think it'd be great.
100%. I don't hold a lot of grudges. Life goes on. We were all subjected to Married at First Sight, and the irony of it is there's not a lot of reality in it. So you can forgive and forget.
Yeah, fair. Let's take it back to like your kind of like Jack that people don't know. Like, so you've been on a show absolutely edited like crazy. Then you've been on a podcast as well. I couldn't believe. I need to get this out there first. I don't know who them chicks are that interviewed you.
Dominella.
Who are they off the show?
Yeah, bro. Do you not know Dominella?
Okay, well I haven't seen them, but you were just getting cut off the whole time. I tried to watch it and I was like, fuck this.
Is that how you felt?
Mate, I was trying to watch the chick in the denim. I was like, man, she needs to chill and just let him talk kind of thing, because people want to know what's going on. But anyway, let's get into you being like your upbringing. Like, where are you from? Like, you've been on an edited show. Where are you from? What are you about?
Yeah, well, I feel like I'm sitting back with the producers before I went on the show, and I actually wanted my story, my true story that I wanted to come out and be portrayed of me was I'm actually from the country. I'm an old school country guy,
Where from?
Yeah, so you look at the look on your face.
Yeah,
country Victoria.
Okay.
So I grew up on a dairy farm, a very small dairy farm, working my ass off with my family, with my dad. I'm the youngest of 4 kids. I've got 3 older sisters.
Okay.
And we grew up in a very traditional household.
Yeah.
So dad was always milking the cows and working and, teaching me how to fix things and, get the cows in and do this and that. And mum would take care of the house and cook the dinners and stuff like that. And it worked really well. So my dad, there's a lot of me in my father, if you met my father, and he's a great guy. And my mother, father have been married for 40 years. So I grew up watching how a relationship should work to me. And quite traditional, and that was my story, Country boy moved into the Goldie, or moved to the Goldie for the sunshine and the PT life.
Yeah.
You can't get a lot of that in the country.
Where from down in, like, if you don't mind me asking, like, where from?
Near Port Campbell, the 12 Apostles. So it's 3 hours southwest of Melbourne.
Okay, yeah.
Down the Great Ocean Road, basically.
Yeah. That'd be nice down there. I want to do that drive. That'd be awesome.
You should do it. A lot of people will fly to Melbourne, hire a car and drive down the coast.
Yeah.
It's a massive tourist thing to do, and it is beautiful. But yeah, man, it's 3 hours out of Melbourne, so no city boy in me, nothing like that. Grew up riding motorbikes, we had horses, had a lot of animals, that kind of thing, climbing trees, just being a boy.
Mate, you wouldn't have been. You got edited like I don't know. You've got this kind. You've got a Gold Coast look. I'm going to say that now. Like, so down in the country, were you kind of cutting around in denim jeans and boots and fucking cowboy hat, or what are you doing?
No, that's a good question. I was always different, man. Like, I look at you now, and I want to get to know you. You look unique. You look different.
Yeah.
The tattoos, the way you dress, the way you hold yourself, and I find that exciting in anyone. I don't like to fit in, so. Yeah. I always stood out because I was always dressing the way I wanted to dress, or doing my fucking hair the way I wanted to do my hair. And people love to hate, and people love to just judge people on the way they look. And we've all done it. We've all been there. But you learn, you have self-development that you can't judge someone on the way they look or what they do. You got to get to know them, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So again, I was cut out for maths, man. I've lived this life, and I've been judged and stereotyped most of my life. Like you said, getting around in the denims and doing the hair however I want to do it back in the country. It probably didn't fly as well.
Were you doing the man bun back in the country?
I was. I think I've had the man bun since I was about 15.
Shit.
Yeah,
How
bro.
old are you now?
34.
Okay, so you've been around the block. When did you move from Melbourne, like country Melbourne, to Gold Coast?
It was about 10 years ago. So I was in a relationship back in country Vic, and my partner was just finishing off uni. So we had, our eyes set on the Gold Coast to move up and get a house. And that's what we did, man. I played footy all my life as well. So a lot of boys back in the country play AFL.
Yeah.
So
AFL's mad. I love it.
Love the AFL. And that kind of was my inspiration to lead like a health and fit kind of lifestyle as well.
Yeah.
But hey, I'll throw this one. Got off the farm, left school after year 11, went and did a plumbing apprenticeship. So actually a plumber by trade.
Yeah.
And I did that for 7 years. Done that back in country Vic and transitioned into personal training back in Vic. And then basically when I landed on the Gold Coast, it's hot here. So as in, the PT life is hot. So that's where I just ran my own business and we took off from there.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So back to when you say you're from a traditional family, your parents have been together for 40 years. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
You've went on to the show and you've probably like executed or like seen what they've been through, and then that's how you took you're known for this whole slow approach. Is that what really happened on the show?
It is. Look, man, it's married at first sight, right? It's not Tinder at first sight. Like sex is on your phone. Everyone's swiping on Tinder. So I've been in and out, hit it, quit it, and it doesn't always work out.
Yeah.
Personally, to me, when it comes to sex and being intimate, I am an emotionally connected guy. Ask any of my ex-lovers if that's a fact. It is. So, strippers paying for it, none of that ever interested me because there is no emotional connection. I don't care how damn good looking you are. There's good looking people every day in your life.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you want to have sex, and if you did, would it be good? So I've always had that backing for me. I have to have this emotional connection to my partner. And talking about maths, I said that all in my backstory.
Yeah.
And even on camera at the Bucks night, I told the boys, I don't care who walks down the aisle, how connected I am to my bride, I will take a couple of weeks before I become intimate. That's something I wanted to do, and I set the record straight very early.
Yeah. Is that like with so if you were to, you're in a relationship now, but you were to go and like get to know a chick, is that how you're operating?
100%. So
it's a good way, like, sorry to cut in there, but it is a good way. Like you can kind of get to know if they're genuine and get to know them. And yeah, you want to kind of, even me being in social media, you want to kind of like, if I just go and bang some chick on the first night, it doesn't really always go the best way.
You've played your card straight away. If you go and be intimate and you bang, you've both played your cards. I think, and talking about traditionally valued, take them on a date, drop them off, don't stay at the house night one. And you asked me, is that how I was dating before maths? If I met a girl that I could see myself genuinely falling for and settling down with, 100% that is how I played it. So I was engaged, and, you have a bit of stigma about you when you first meet someone. You got to play the game a little bit hot and cold. I mean, we all do it. You can't just put all your cards out on the table straight away. So you got to give them a little bit to keep them interested. But yeah, if I was pursuing someone that I took really seriously, I would take my time. I would date them, meet their family, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
And you seen Tori and you said, I got to do this. Like, this is how I'm going to play it with her.
Well, now I'm on a marriage show in front of Australia. I'm trying to play a gentleman, to be honest.
Yeah. Imagine if you just went in there and just got it done and then fucking... you'd be probably cheating, wouldn't you? by week 3.
It's funny because like half the blokes on the show were, intimate with their partners very early on, if not the night of the wedding. And they were the ones, their relationships were suffering in the first month of the show.
Yeah.
So we did take our time. We were both admitting to each other that we found each other attractive. We were very happy with each other, but we didn't have that sexual chemistry straight away. And you've got to admit, you don't always have sexual chemistry with someone just because they're good looking.
Yeah.
It's very rare to just go, boom, we have this sexual chemistry. I think finding someone attractive is one thing and having sexual chemistry is another thing.
Yeah. And the emotional connection as well. You want to kind of like, the emotional connection is the best. Like I was actually talking to this chick recently about it. She might watch this, but it's like
Hey.
if you can hang out with a girl and not go away like she's hot, she's got good chat, good energy, good ambitions. But if you can go away from her and not be like emotionally drained as well, that's a fucking big standout. When you know, like if all of that matches, then it's a good feeling, and you try and lead that and continue.
100%. And Tori, and I said this a lot, she is the most emotionally intelligent woman I have ever met.
Yeah.
Amazing, right? The emotional maturity of this girl, I would say, it's blowing my mind. Super attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you getting? So I think back to Tori. She's not here, but I think back to her, and like there was the edit that you guys got. So she was, what was she doing? She was sticking up for you, and you weren't saying much, or much wasn't getting shown on the couch of you saying stuff. But like now sitting here with you, I'm sure you were you talking on the couch a lot?
The couch sessions?
Yeah.
Depends which one it was. They went at me early.
Yeah.
Basically, we just sat down every week, and their agenda, I felt, was for them to tell the narrative. I'm a shit person, misogynist, narcissist, shit guy. Tori, can you see it? And then the question comes to Tori, right? And she doesn't see it. She knows me. She's living with me. So she's always getting these questions because they're wanting her to, I guess, fold and say, well, I do see it. He is this. He's an asshole, blah, blah, blah. So they'd hold my feet to the fire, they would say, hold me accountable for the shit I'd said or done, which was fucking very manipulated, my friend. So they'll ask me a question 3 times and I'll be saying, well, this is actually what happened. This is what happened. They just ask you again till they kind of get what you got to say.
Yeah.
This literally happened a couple of times. And then I'll give them a real soft, okay, well, it did happen. So I'll be accountable. I'll apologize. If I said it to you, brother, I apologize. Let's move on. I've got to do better, John.
Yeah.
Done. Then it'll go to Tori. All right, we've got Jack to admit he's an asshole, basically. Tori, do you see Jack is an asshole, and how does that make you feel? And she would stick up for me, right? She's not stupid. She knew what was going on as well. And brother, if I had have once spoken out for Tori, what would have they said?
What would have they said? They would have cut it out?
Well, maybe. Controlling. I was already apparently controlling because I'm supporting my wife by putting my hand on her knee or, you know, put my arm around her at these dinner parties.
You got roasted on this
Brother.
show, eh? You got roasted.
You're telling me. So, like, watching it back now, I'm like rubbing her knee. I'm putting my arm around her. They play some horror music over the top of it.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, shit, the demon is summoning this girl. And I'm the demon. But I always knew, and bit of a game plan, me and Tori. And she was one of the most well-spoken people in the cast, if not the most articulate on the cast. So she could hold her own, bro. Like if you sat here and went her, she'd flog you. Like she's got me, I'll tell you that. And she had most of the cast. So lucky she had that ability. If she didn't have that ability to articulate herself and navigate these conversations when we're under the bus, we would have been fucked because I would have had to say more, and then I would have looked like I was always talking for her and controlling my girl. But bro, dynamic was not that. Obviously, from a relationship front, I will stand up and I want to be the man and the dominant and protect Tori, absolutely.
Yeah.
But when we're back at the hotel, I'm just a man child, man. I'm running around, I'm kicking footies, I'm playing around, and she'll just pull me into line. Like that was our dynamic.
Really?
Yeah.
From early on when you got together, that was what was happening?
Yeah, I think we worked each other out pretty quick because we did spend like every day together. A lot of people just hang out on camera and then they have a break from each other, but we weren't doing that. We're getting to know each other. You can really get to know someone well off camera because everyone's different in front of the camera. Apparently
Mass is getting... you guys are all talking out on podcasts and shit. And is it
going too rogue, is it?
No, have you heard about, like, has Mass said anything to you guys, like, why he's, like, exposing the show and shit like that?
Nah, look, we got told to play the game a little bit when we left the show, and we did a lot of media, Tori and I. Like, we went on the Today Show probably 10 weeks in a row. We did a heap of interviews with Channel 9, and we got really good feedback, like... trying not to throw anyone under the bus, and I don't wish to do that today either. I'm not going to slag off production, nothing like that. I hold my own. You know, I signed the contract, I read it. Yeah. So like, well done to the show. But yeah, our feedback was good. I guess you just got to go into it and they ask you questions and there's controversy behind it. And all I ever tried to do was add clarity and context to all the situations.
Yeah.
I mean, the edit is real. They chop and change things and add audio. We all know that. That's TV. But when I'm asked a question, I won't throw people under the bus. I won't talk about it. I'll just kind of tell you what I experienced and what actually happened.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's go back to like you growing up, and then how is your upbringing? So you're on the farm. You're doing all that, but then like, where does the vision go? Like, did your family move up here, or did you leave them down there?
No, basically everyone's still back in Vic. So I've got 3 older sisters, 2 of which are married in really nice relationships with 3 kids. So, I've got 6 nieces and nephews, and our biggest value is family.
Yeah.
We're very close and tight knit. And I guess I did get brought up to be, I call it alpha, but alpha to me is just provider, protector, will do anything for his family.
Yeah.
Alpha comes with a stigma now that you're a fuckboy and a cockhead, right?
It's getting roasted a bit, isn't it?
It's misused. It's losing all meaning. But like, women can be alpha. Like Tori's an alpha. Men can be alpha. I think alpha to me, again, it's just someone that's going to do anything for their family, support, protect, do what it takes.
I'm sure your dad owning a dairy farm. Does he still own the dairy farm?
No, they have got off it. And this is, Dad was alpha of our family. And
it's not easy to you don't just whip up a farm and start a business in dairy farming.
It is hard fucking work. And the winters are long and there's not a lot of money in it, 40 years ago when my dad was doing it with mum and having kids, they had 4 kids by the time they were 25. And my dad's story, he's an idol to me. He really is, because he lost his dad when he was 12.
Yeah. Okay.
And he has a couple of sisters. So my dad was 12, living on the farm. He wasn't going to school long after that. He had to run the farm with his mother and 2 sisters.
Yeah.
So I'm hearing this as a young fella from dad saying, you ain't got it tough, boy. Let's go.
Yeah.
I don't want to milk the cows. I don't want to do this dirty shit. Let's fucking go. You're going to, I'm going to show you. And, and I'm so grateful for it, because he taught, we're Dunkleys. All us Dunkleys have a really good work ethic, and we don't get handouts. I don't expect nothing for nothing. And if I want something, I don't manifest it. I fucking work for it.
Yeah.
And that's me. I'm just self-made, and I knew what I wanted. I didn't want to grow up and own a dairy farm.
Yeah.
I didn't want to milk cows. I didn't want to hang around the country. It's beautiful, but it wasn't for me. I love the sunshine, and I wanted to help people, and I love the health and fitness industry. So hence becoming a personal trainer.
Yeah.
And we went on a holiday, first time ever on a plane when I was 13. It was my 13th birthday, and mum and dad took the family to the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
Went to Dreamworld, went to the beaches, the sand was squeaking, and I was like, shit, this is amazing. And I remember saying to my mother, when we're flying home, I loved it, and I'm going to move there and live there one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so how many years later did you just go, fuck this, I'm going?
I was ready about 10 years after that. So I first stepped foot on the Goldie when I was a 13-year-old boy, and I think I moved when I was about 23, 24.
Yeah. How was school for you?
It was good.
I know I'm going back. We kind of keep chatting, but I did want to start. So how was school like?
It was good. It was controversial. Like, you go in there, always had mates. I was never really into the academic side of things, so I love my athletics.
Yeah.
So the schools would sort of pin me up as like the athlete of the school, not the academic, which was fine.
Yeah.
So I was always doing state championships with all my athletics, running and jumping events, stuff like that, and pumping the footy out as well. I wanted to play footy professionally, so I was always putting a lot of time into that.
What happened there? Why didn't you? What happened?
Not good enough, bro. Like, I'm only this tall and this heavy, and there's 90% of the guys trying to make it big are my size. You got to be very, very good and stand out.
What'd you play on? What position? Midfield?
I was a runner, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I could run all day. I could kind of kick both sides. Sort of run around and rack up the touches, try and break the lines. Bit of a pretty elusive, that kind of player.
Yeah.
Depending on how good the midfield was, I might be a winger, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But very devoted and committed. So played some good footy, played in some good grades, made some good money playing footy as well.
Yeah.
And basically, once I left school, all I wanted to do was set myself up and buy a house and add value to me as a man, and then find a partner and settle down and live the life.
So you left school, and then did you find that partner? You said that you moved up to the Gold Coast with that partner.
I did, yeah. That was a long-term relationship. I think I dated this lady for about 7 years, and we moved up and spent a couple of years together on the Goldie. And then we did part ways respectfully. She's still one of my best mates now.
Oh, that's cool.
She's been in the trials for me, batting away.
Really?
Yeah.
What is her? What on a fake account, on a burner account?
It's just on her account, eh? She'll
Really?
just jump on, and we've got a good relationship with her. She's friends with Tori. She's engaged now. I've met her partner. He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
Just one of my best buddies. I've known her for about 18 years. So.
Wow, that's pretty cool that you've kept that relationship.
Yeah, some arsehole, right? Some misogynist. Misogynists don't have good relationships with women. I've got fantastic relationships with women in my life. My family, my 3 older sisters, my mother. I've a couple of girls I've dated that I still consider friends today, and one of my best ones. So.
Yeah. Well, from that, we'll just go straight into it then. And you're getting absolutely roasted on by Abby Chatfield on this one right now.
You sure you want to talk to me, brother? Like, she might come for you.
Nah, that's all right. Abby's doing her thing, but I just want to see so that comment that you said, the muzzle your woman comment. Was that, what context was that? I didn't watch that whole podcast because that chick kept interrupting you, but I want to understand, where does that come from? And for any viewers that on here, if you want to send a message to them about, is that the right thing to be saying or not?
No, it's absolutely not the right thing to be saying. I don't think it's okay to say it to a woman or a man. Let me get that clear as well.
Yeah.
It's abusive. It is disgusting. And I do regret it, and I am sorry. Obviously, I said it to Lauren on the show, and I absolutely apologised for my wrongdoings, and the apology was accepted. We hugged, we kissed, we made up. So, and that's all you can do. Own your mistakes is the message, right? Apologise where necessary, and fucking do better.
Yeah.
And that's all I could do. But on maths, that kind of just puts you out on a pedestal of your own, and the journey will lead itself after something like that. Where does it come from? It was dinner party number 3.
Yeah.
And we went in, just trying to have a good time, and I was pretty cut by Jono. Jono stabbed me in the back that night. We were all broing out at the gym, me, Tim, and Jono for the weeks prior, and broing out. This safe space. We're training. We're talking shit. The boys are talking shit to me about girls, about their wives. It's just kind of what we're doing.
In the gym, that's what fucking happens, yeah.
And as a personal trainer, I call it the safe space. And I hold that with everything. Like, if someone says something to me at the gym in a safe space, it's in confidence.
Yeah.
That's what I do every day at work, right? And anyone's safe space, this is a good message, anyone's safe space can be different. It could be at the pub with the boys, could be at the hairdressers with the girls. But if you have a friend and they are venting to you, and this is how guys, go crazy because they're afraid to talk to their people. It's okay to open up to your buddies, wherever this may be, and hope and trust that they're going to keep it to themselves.
Yeah.
And that was the environment I thought I was in with these 2 lads at the gym. We get to week 3 and Jono sort of spins something I said, and this is what antagonates this comment.
What was the something to? Well, I remember there was a big deal on the show. But
I'll clear it up for you. We're at the gym, and my storyline of the show's coming out. Am I attracted to Tori? Why aren't I having sex with her?
Yeah.
Well, it takes 2. We're not sleeping with each other. It's not me demanding sex or not having sex.
Yeah.
But the show is making it look like I am saying one thing, doing another. Point being, I am attracted to Tori. Do we have sexual chemistry yet? Not yet, and that's okay. We're working on it. Jono asked me at the gym, why aren't you really having sex with her? And I said, and I just kind of gave him a spiel what I gave you before about being emotionally connected to my partner. I said, I'm just going to take my time. He comes back home to Lauren and tells him something of such where I'm not having sex with Tori because I'm not attracted to her, which is fucking bullshit. And that cuts deep. Cuts me for 2 reasons. I'm a very loyal guy. Yeah, I've been unfaithful in my early 20s, but, I've manned up, I've changed. But when it comes to loyalty, I got you with friends and family.
Yeah.
And by this point, I've got, all the glory of Jono, nice dude, having good conversations. I'm trusting him. And Lauren's the big player. So he's gone home, said this to her, and she's just come in swinging.
Yeah.
And
she's trying to be Tori's girl. Like, she's trying to go like, yo, I've got my girls back. And
this is what Lauren and Sarah did a lot throughout the show. They would be pretty like full on towards me, nasty. Like, they were coming for me all the time, saying a lot of shit. They could get away with saying most things, and it wouldn't matter. And the way they were justifying their attack on me every bloody night was for poor Tori.
Yeah.
Because she's our girl, we got her, so we're going to come for you.
What was Tori saying back when you left the thing? Was she saying like, babe, like, don't worry, we're together? Like, you's kind of, I feel like you's away from the cameras, like that would have been a very united
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
So like, was she just like, what the fuck are these girls doing?
She's clever, man. She's just clever. Like, it's hard because you've only just met someone. So like, I can feel like I can read all these plays and understand where it's coming from, but I don't want to put too much of it onto Tori. It might sound like I'm trying to coerce her or convince her that she's just doing it for the camera, but Tori saw it. She was saying it. So we did. It was annoying. It was frustrating because we're trying to like create a relationship and go home and create some intimacy, right?
Yeah.
But we're not. We're going home after getting slammed at dinner parties. Just been like, fucking hell, that was wild. Like, what about this? What about that? And we'd have to like talk ourselves off the cliff again every single time. And I might have to comfort Tori a little bit. It's full on. Like, there's so much going on at these dinner parties. You're tired, you're drained. Now people are attacking you. They're coming for you. You get home, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Why is having sex? Well, we're getting home and hugging each other back to normality. It's just fucking wild. And back to your question, Lauren was coming. She was coming for me that night, and what she was saying it was hurting me. It was cutting me. I had not said that I wasn't attracted to Tori. Just said I didn't have the sexual connection yet.
Yeah.
And it was just nasty. I didn't want Tori to hear that bullshit. I didn't want the other table to think that's what I'm saying to a bro at the gym, because it's pretty typical for a guy to maybe say something like that at the gym with the boys. And that is just pinning me into a corner. So I was going to fight till death that night. And I had to, brother. I had Jono and Lauren coming at me, and I was really cut with Jono, to be honest, because I looked him in the eye. I said, bro, you're fucking me right now. I'm a loyal guy and you are fucking me.
Yeah.
And if you look in his face, he knows he was. He was pretty disheveled. Experts are trying to say I'm like confusing everyone, trying to divert here and there, bro. I was like, Lauren, Jono, this is where it was. And I stayed there all night. We kept going, and I popped off and, made a really poor judgment, said some shitty things.
Were you drinking when you said that comment?
Yeah, I was probably a little bit.
You wouldn't have said that sober, surely.
Well, add a little bit of reality to it. I wouldn't have been at the dinner party at that point in time. Like, I bet you've lost your shit in your time, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So you might have said something you shouldn't have said, gotten a tough.
Mate, I say my friends, my friends say if you went on that show, I said something bad this morning. I said, like, my friend that I was talking to, I was like, do you want me to ask him any questions, because we've watched the show, and I said one thing, and she goes like about nothing to do with the show. She goes, look, you say shit like Jack does. Like, I'm fucking 10 times worse than you. I'll tell you right now, if there's no cameras running, man, I'm saying everyone says loose shit.
They do, and
I'm not sticking up for you, but everyone says loose shit. I'm just trying to understand, like, because that comment is fucking out there.
Yeah. And again, I'll add to this. I wasn't calling Lauren a dog, right? I got on the couch the next night, and the judges are like, experts are saying that I was calling her a dog, and I was like, fuck, am I that stupid? I actually was just thinking, like, shut up, Lauren, shut your mouth, muzzle.
Yeah.
I wouldn't actually call her a dog because I think that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But I understand the correlation now.
Yeah.
And it's not a word I'd ever used. But again, in reality, I would have got up and left. I said on camera night one, after I met a couple of these people, I wouldn't go back to a dinner party with these certain people. Not everyone, but some choice people. So in reality, again, I would have just got up and left. Before you punch someone or you say something you shouldn't do, you just leave. You grab your family, your friends. Yeah. Let's just get out of here, de-escalate the situation.
Yeah.
So I don't lose my shit anymore, and I don't say dumb things, because you grow up, you learn, and you just move on, right? Walk away.
Yeah.
But hats off, that's the experiment, part of the challenge. So I own it. I've apologised. Shitty thing to do.
Yeah, good work. So the group, who are you? So I seen you comment on Jono's post maybe the other day.
I did, yeah.
So,
I did.
So who are you good with in the group and who are you not good with?
When I got off the show, I probably had 4 people I probably didn't ever want to see again.
Yeah.
And I'll go from the top to the bottom of the 4. It was your mate.
1 second. Clipper, be ready. Okay, let's go.
All right, top 4. It was your mate Timothy.
Timothy?
Yeah, I don't need to say that guy.
What's the reason why behind my mate Timothy? I reckon Tim's a great player.
Yeah, and I know you do. He just kept gunning. Hey, he was just gunning for me the whole time on a personal level as well.
Yeah,
and I know it's a show, but some of the things he said, like come for me about something else, but some of the things he come for me with, it can be very damaging. This whale comment, being a personal trainer, extremely damaging, very low blow, and he knows the fucking truth. He knows the fucking truth, man. Like,
let's get into the truth.
Oh, about this comment?
Yeah,
I'd love,
because this is a question on here.
Oh, I'd love to know what he told you.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I haven't delved into this. I forgot about the whale comment, but it is a question on here.
It's a shitty one, man, and it was one of my low lights.
Because you are a PT. This is your whole brand. Another question on here. We'll get into that later. But yeah. So the whale comment.
This is one of the shittiest things that happened to me on the show. Because it's not true. It didn't come out like that. I did make a comment, and I'll tell you the comment and how it come out. But to attack someone that does work in the fitness industry, have done for 10 years, all I do is fucking help people, and I love it.
Yeah.
And I was helping Tristan at this time. Me and Tristan got on really well at this point in time. He was asking me about nutrition and training on the daily. We had planned to go to the nutrition store. He wanted some protein, some advice.
Dude, I need to. No, wait. Okay, sorry. I'll shut up.
You know what I mean?
I'll shut up. I'm laughing at some shit I remember. Okay, so you're going to the nutrition store.
Oh, this is out my relationship with Tristan. It was sweet. And we're at couples retreat. I'm getting hammered. I've heard from another guy, and I quote, they're trying to bury you tonight, brother. Like, they're coming for you. And they did. They all popped off that night. And this storyline, Timothy calls me out at the beers that night at the fire pit and says, "You come into the pool and called everyone a whale." What the fuck are you talking about? Absolute bullshit. What did actually happen? It was about 30, 35 degrees, middle of the day. No one's filming. Everyone's just chilling out, Big Brother vibes. I walked down to the pool. Lauren and I believe Jade were swimming on the side of the pool. Definitely Lauren, because this is who I said it to. Lauren's got a mouth on her, and she's fucking hilarious, right? She'll say some smutty shit and make self-deprecating jokes. I walked into the pool. There was no one else at the pool. There could have possibly been someone at the other end, 20-metre pool. They would not have heard it, not in the conversation. No Timothy, no Tristan. I walked in. I did a little fucking dance. I'm in my Speedos, and I just said, "Oh, the whales are out," as I'm doing this little dance. I wanted to get a laughing reaction from Lauren, and guess what? She fucking laughed. It was a joke. Not a joke I would make to anyone and everyone, but Lauren can absolutely handle a little bit of banter, and she knew it was a joke.
So who's in the pool? Jade and Lauren.
Jade and Lauren.
So Jade and Lauren are in the pool.
Yeah.
What makes you say whale? I've got to understand.
Just like, it's fucking shitty, smutty joke, right?
What? Because they make whales are like this. What?
It's just whales are in water, right? In the beach, in the ocean, in water. So it's just like, I mean, it's insinuating you fucking look like a whale, but it's a fucking joke. Turn around and call me a blue whale. I don't care. I'll laugh as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, you go pretty stir crazy at this point in time, been on filming for weeks on end now, a lot of waiting around, and you make some silly jokes. Everyone did, but I couldn't look sideways at this point and not have a storyline be created. Now, I did. I said that comment to Lauren. She laughed. I continued to hop in the pool, and we kind of just hung out, like, mutually.
Yeah.
And then that was the end of it. No one spoke about the whale comment again. She wasn't offended. It was no big deal. However, fast forward to the night at the bonfire where all the drama's got to happen. Lauren, Timothy, Jono, Sarah, as I said, they're coming for you, Jack. They want to bury you tonight. Is it so far-fetched to think they're now sitting down, having a chat, being like, what else we got on Jack? Like, has he said anything? Has he done anything?
I'm trying to be like a devil's advocate here. Like the whale, that it kind of doesn't make sense. Like there's two chicks at the pool chilling.
Yeah.
And you've walked down. And I have not heard anything else about this, but so you don't know who's up the other end of the.
I would say no one, but I honestly can't remember. But if there was one or two people at the other end of the pool, they would not have heard this comment. Can hand on heart tell you.
Because I'm not walking up to chicks in their bikinis going, the whales are out. I'm having a perv and going, fucking like, do you know what I'm saying?
It's I guess it's like self-deprecating. I mean, it's to Lauren, right? But the reason I'm happy to say it to her at the time is because they're good-looking girls. They're in their bikinis. They look great. I know they're confident in their body, and I know Lauren can handle a joke like that.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the funny part because she fucking knows she's not a whale. She looks great. It's a joke. I mean,
even like so now I'm going back the other side. I'm like, so Tim was roasted about his tits. Lucinda said something about Tim's tits on the show. Now? Yeah. So they were cuddling in bed.
True.
I'm still trying to understand that whale thing. But you've had a joke, even if you said it about like it's bad because you're a PT, that's why you got roasted.
Yeah.
But then like Lucinda said something about Tim's tits, said, "Oh, you got tits too."
Yeah, wear a bra to bed or something.
Why wasn't that kind of?
Oh, brother, double standards.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like now I'm thinking about a few things and I'm like, fuck, that's interesting.
Oh, you could talk all day. A lot of hypocrisy on the show, a lot of irony, a lot of double standards.
All right, let's get back into your. So did you say you had 4 people you won't hang out with, or 3?
Yeah. So coming straight off the show, which is months ago now. There's probably 4 people I didn't want to.
Who's the second
care
one?
to catch up with? I'd probably go Lauren next.
Yeah.
Sarah,
and
then I would have put Jono as number 4.
But you've commented. Are you good now? Or?
This was coming off the show.
Coming off the show.
Okay. Haven't processed everything yet. Haven't watched the show back. I didn't really truly understand everyone else's journey as well. Now I've seen a bit. I've read some stuff. I've moved on too, brother. Like, I think I've only got one person on that list now, and it's probably Timothy. Yeah.
So you and Tim.
Yeah.
Wait, this is perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second.
Hence why I was commenting on Jono's post the other day. I wish him well. I think him and Ali are a good match, and I know he had a rough time.
They're actually getting along really. I reckon they're like a really good. We went to the casino with them.
Yeah.
And they're actually really chill together. Like, because I was sitting there, Jono, if you're watching this, mate, I was analysing your relationship a little bit, as you do. Like, you sit there, you're like, are these guys really, like, we're kicking back in an apartment first at like an apartment party.
Yeah.
They were really genuine and connected there for anyone that's wondering. And then went to the casino and they're just all over each other, like so supportive. Ellie's really supportive of Jono, which is really cool.
No, they're a good team. And Ellie, from what I've heard, like will bring the best out of Jono. So you saw him on the show, looked like a bit of like a stalemate, but he's got Lauren to deal with.
I think I kind of defended him. He was in an apartment with her for 6 weeks, getting on the piss at 10 a.m.
Yeah,
I'd have been tripping too.
What are you gonna do? So all the best to Jono Ellie. I think they're a great couple. I think they'll go the journey.
All right, this is Tim's message that he left for you on my podcast.
There we want.
Do you want to hear it?
I do.
1 second. Let me see this. Is this playing?
Teamed up really fucking well with Jack. You two assholes together are perfect. But as for blaming Channel 9 and the edit, go fuck yourself. There's nothing wrong with the edit, mate. You're just a shitty person at the core of who you are. Stop trying to be Andrew Tate. It's been done, gone, and people are sick of it. Move on, get your shit together and fucking get your 15 minutes are over.
Holy shit. That is, so he's talking about Harrison Boone, which me and him follow each other, but I do want to fight him. I want to have a boxing match with him. I think that'd be a great thing.
Yeah.
So he was talking about you and Harrison. At the end there, he's talking about you.
Yeah, nice.
So you don't like him anymore? You don't like him more?
Well, listen to that, buddy. It didn't change my opinion. And do you know what? Do you know how I sleep at night with this guy? At the end of the day, Timothy knows how I feel about him, and he knows how he cannot impact me and Tori, or let's just say me. He knows he cannot impact my life, no matter what he says, what he does. He fucking knows it. I was that far under that man's skin. You were losing sleep, and you fucking know it. Like, I'll tell you that now. Through that experiment, the man was obsessed. Like, for whatever reason, and I'm not going to tell you why I think, but he was losing sleep over Jack and Tori, over my situation. Hence why he was coming at me so much. Some of the shit he was saying, it just didn't even make sense. He was looking down the dinner table, trying to get backing, people to back him up. Lou was saying, just leave it. No one would support it. Some things were, absolutely, but there was more that you didn't see. And here, this is why I won't even, let this one go, I suppose. And he's still on that list. I've heard a few things that he's said now post-show. And he's still trying to be that big mouth, throwing the hammer down, calling people out. And if that's your angle, like, I've got no time for you kind of thing. Everyone else, I feel like, has kind of moved on. They know it's a show. We're all humans at the end of the day. Get on with your life. That's why I've sent a couple of messages to these other people, like the Jonos. I've had a chat with Lauren as well, believe it, lo and behold.
How was that one? Was that all right?
It was. I made another little bit of a joke with her on my story.
Not the fucking whales, eh?
Fuck, no.
So what are the whales doing on Instagram?
No. I made another comment. I answered a question on my Instagram and I put her in it. And it was a joke. It was funny. And she sent me a message and said, yeah, this is fucking funny.
What was the comment?
Oh, I think I got a question and it was if you had to move to Melbourne to live with Tori or spend a week with Lauren and Timothy, which one would you choose?
Yeah.
And I just made a comment and I said, look, I think if I lived with Lauren for a week, it'd be a TV show on its own.
Yeah.
I think I said there'd be a lot of scrapping, a lot of laughing and eating KFC. And
so you'd choose to hang out with Lauren and Timothy over that week then?
I would. I mean, I can handle a week.
Rather than moving to Melbourne,
yeah.
You're never doing that.
Nah, I don't want to move back to Melbourne, man. It's too cold.
Yeah, that's fair. How's the so it's funny because I met you the day before. Okay, the day of that muzzle comment come out.
Is that when we met?
I met you at the bowling. Yeah. I seen you and Tori and I'm like, what the fuck? They're off TV. I'm going to say hello.
Yeah.
So that day I seen you and then the muzzle comment
was that
come
that
out
night,
and I was like this. I was like, oh shit. Because I went back to my friend and I go, he's actually like chill, They were having a great time. They were bowling, doing their thing.
Yeah.
And my friend's like, nah, he's bad news straight up. Like she's a lady and she's like, nah, he's bad news, this and that. Fucking bang. The muzzle comment comes out and I go, oh shit.
He's a bad boy.
Like you've just gone fucking right back into a bad book.
Oh, were you entertained though watching that, mate?
What's that?
Were you entertained?
Watching all the drama. Mate, I love the drama.
That's, it pops off. It's a juggernaut of a show. It's entertainment.
Yeah, I think like the ways they're edited, I feel like it should be a bit more real. Like I feel like a TV show that is a bit more real would be more received and like I don't know what the ratings are with maths and I'm not going to roast it. I'm just saying like a genuine TV show I think would go more further, like one that's like more real. Like Sam Sulak, how he's or however you say his name.
Yeah, very day to day.
That real content is now winning over the fake bullshit, which is soon enough the fake bullshit's going to get fully wiped out.
I've got a theory. I think I do know I know the names of the people that kind of own the show now, and fuck, they do a good job of it, right?
Yeah,
it's a juggernaut.
Yeah.
I have heard the show. It did okay year one and two, and then it kind of started diving down and they bought it. Someone else bought it and they changed the concept a little bit. Obviously the edit's real now and they take a lot of the context and clarity out of it and it rates really well. It's just gone, through the roof.
It rates well because fucking nothing's happening here in Australia.
Yeah, well,
like nothing, man. Like I went to Dubai I've been to Dubai a few times and whatnot.
Yeah,
like those people aren't watching fucking TV. You know what I'm saying? They're doing real life shit.
Yeah,
having dinners, going out, you know what I'm saying, making money, doing their thing. It only rates well because in this shit, small-minded country. There's nothing going on at fucking, what time does it come on? 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a whole nother story. What I'll start going off about the small-minded place here. But anyway, so Tori's moved up.
Yeah, man, for sure. She's I think she's been here for about 7 weeks now. So when we were on the show, towards the end, we were saying if we leave together and we're happy, obviously she had said she would move to the Goldie. We were sort of discussing the end of her lease, which was going to be, I think, August of this year.
Yeah, okay.
And then I asked her well and truly ahead of that time. So we both left the show and come home and went back to work. And brother, we're on FaceTime every day for literally 4 hours, like throughout the day.
Yeah, that's cool.
Show's about to start airing. And I said, like, fuck, I'm ready. Like, if you're ready, babe, let's move. Like, we'll sort everything out.
Yeah.
What about my lease? What about this? What about my car? And I said, let's just do it. If you're keen, I'm keen.
Yeah.
You know, we're both self-confessed control freaks. We get shit done. We'll make a plan and we'll execute. And we did. I think she was moved up in a few weeks and, you know, she's been living here ever since. And she's settled in, man. She's got a really good job and can work from home. So obviously I go to work and do face-to-face PT and I've got an online business as well. So I can come home and get online and we can move around and be flexible and all that kind of stuff. So the lives really do fit together really nicely, which is it's great.
So is she coping well up here?
She is. She loves it.
And you live together?
Yeah, man. She moved into my apartment. So
have you had, can I ask?
I thought you were going to say, have you had sex?
That's what I'm going to ask. How many months in are you using?
We're just waiting. We're just waiting for
waiting
for the sexual chemistry to come.
Okay, yeah.
No, I'm fucking joking.
Like 6 months after. Yeah, we're still waiting. Like
just waiting for that chemistry to kick in.
So that's all going well the
sex life?
Yeah.
Yeah, brother. We started being intimate towards the end of the show. I think at homestays. Got out of the environment from Sky Apartments. We did homestays on the Goldie.
Yeah.
And I was sort of saying to the camera through the production that I want to bring her to home soil and wine and dine her and romance her and do it properly. And we did. That's what we did. So that all come out on TV and we've been intimate ever since.
Yeah. How's the that's a fucking weird question to be asking you on a podcast, but it was here. What else have we got? So the Abby Chatfield video, have you seen that?
Nah, man, I haven't.
Should we play that one out loud as well and then you reply to her?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, here we go. So we've got Abby Chatfield, one of the big podcasters in Australia. She's got a pretty big platform, man, but she's coming for you.
She's coming.
This goes for 1 minute 10 and then I want to get Jack's reply.
Just a silly conversation about Married at First Sight. This Jack creature, in one of the episodes, he said, put a muzzle on your woman. When it comes to getting misogynists on your podcast, do you think sometimes you can get people on that you disagree with if you are equipped to explain to them?
Okay, listen, she's actually talking about those girls that had it. She's actually roasting the girls. But do you have anything to say to Abby Chatfield or you want to engage in her kind of coming at you?
I don't. All I want to say is I found Dominalla's podcast to be a really good sit down and a really good platform to just have an open conversation. I can remember Dominalla so many times not giving opinions and not stating this is how it is, isn't how it is. Dom's literally looking at the camera saying, don't fucking twist my words. And I used to say to her, I'll just give you my side. So all I did, they got Jack on the podcast and Tori, two people that were subjected to a TV show, Married at First Sight. They asked us questions, we answered it. I gave context and clarity to all my storylines and, you know, what was portrayed on TV in front of fucking 2-3 million people.
Yeah.
And as far as I'm concerned, that's all that happened. And I wasn't full of shit. I wasn't lying. I wasn't demonstrative. I wasn't shaming anyone. I had fucked up on that show. We just discussed the muzzle comment. I don't think it's okay. I apologize. Apology was accepted.
Yeah.
You live, you learn, you move on. And, you know, that's all we did on that podcast. And, yeah, Dominalla were great. Shout out to them.
Yeah. Any life experiences that you can point out, like, to anyone in the audience or give guidance or any life experiences that you've dealt with? That you want to share, big turning points in life, anything? It's a random question after just trying to get you to call out Abby Chatfield.
Just you learn, like where you learn in life, all the big lessons, and you have that personal growth and self-development is in the tough times. So just remember, like, no matter how shit something is, you know, and the life is unfair at times and it can be unlucky. So when you are in those lowest moments, this is where you learn. This is where you strengthen and grow. So if you're going through something today and you're going through that shit time right now, the irony of it is this is where you're going to do most of your growing and learning, and this will strengthen you. So, you know, I can set a plan, do what you got to do to get yourself right, if it's a headspace or financial or whatever it is, a shitty relationship. And this is what's going to mold you to be the stronger version of you in the future. You know, keep at it.
Well said, well said. So life after Married at First Sight, I'm pretty sure we've covered everything. I would have liked to understand more deeper, but then I feel like the drama just fucking comes out. Like all this shit's drama, bro. Life after. So firstly, you and Tori are married off the show. Are you going to propose to her off the show and get married again or no?
All things going well.
Have you got your ring on?
I think it's not my wedding ring.
What the fuck? Why aren't you wearing your wedding ring?
Bro, you know we're not married in real life.
Oh, so that doesn't count?
No, brother. Like you, they do the ceremony and the reception of the wedding, but it's not official. There's no paperwork, nothing like that. So when you leave the show, the experts ask you at reunion, what are you now? Your girlfriend, boyfriend. So
okay.
We are girlfriend, boyfriend, and Tori's going to want a better fucking ring than that if I'm going to, you know, propose and put a ring on it. So
yeah,
if all things going well, I'm ready to settle down. So again, I was engaged not long before the show, ready for the Australian dream. So if we're all things going well, 1 to 2 years, I'd be looking, putting a ring on it, getting married and starting a family.
Back to the drama.
All right, brother.
Your ex come out.
Woo!
Your ex come for your head, bro.
Oh, she did a good job, didn't she?
Do you have anything to share about, if you don't want to talk about, that's right as well, but what happened there? What's the honest, like?
Apart from, you know, all my side it was a girl that I was dating offline. I met her online. And from the moment that I had matched her online to the day I said it was over, I had known my ex or this girl for 14 weeks.
Yeah.
In total.
So this isn't the girl you're engaged with? You said
no.
Okay.
No,
so it was just a quick little thing that happened.
knew the person for its entirety for 14 weeks. Going back now, the way the show fucking did me dirty, I wish I just said it how it was. I should have just said, John, it's a fucking fling. It's a weekend relationship. It was. I used to go there on a Saturday night after work and we'd hang out respectfully. We were physical. We went to the gym and I'd go back home. Is the writing on the wall for her through this 14 weeks? Fuck yeah, it was. Like she had issues with me every week for my level or lack of commitment. And, you know, didn't take her on dates, didn't put her on the Instagram. And this is why. That is writing on the wall.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was vocal. I said to her, this is what it is. This is where I'm at in my life right now. This is all I'm available for. And we had a good time when we were together, and it is what it is. I tried to end the relationship a couple of times, said I've got to go to Sydney for some work. That's where I'm heading because I was going to film in Sydney.
Yeah.
Next minute, she's coming to Sydney.
She flew down there?
She's saying she's coming to Sydney. So
why is she going there? What? She was trying to get on the...
She's just going to come and be where I was going to be, you know? So
she was a little bit crazy.
Trigger word. I called her passionate. Look, and she's
passionate.
She fucking loves hard. I can see the good in the girl. And we did have a good time. She's a really passionate person, loves really hard. And she did tell me early on, if you fuck with me, I'm going to fuck with you really hard. So, you know, testament to her, she pulled through. And I wish her nothing but the best now. Like I haven't heard from her for a while now, and that's good.
Yeah.
She did her thing. She's welcome to it. That's her story and her journey. So, you know, she's done okay out of it, I'm sure. And I do wish her well now, and yeah, all the best.
You reckon I reckon an early call is she's going to get on maths next year. They're going to go, yeah, you've got balls to call out, well, Jack. Come on.
She sent me a DM. She'd sent the Married at First Sight official Instagram page.
What did it say? Can you say anything or not?
Oh, she was roasting them. She's like, hi, it's Jack's ex here. Just letting you know that this and this and this. And then she roasted the show for what they actually do. Her opinion was that it's all about creating drama and ruining people's lives instead of finding true love. That was her opinion. That was her message.
When you're on the show and you're in the Sky Suites, are you getting Oh no, you don't have access to your
We
Instagram.
Do. We
You
do.
have access to your
Yep.
Instagram when that comes out.
Yep.
Or does that come out when the show's airing? Or did you know she was coming for you while you were filming? I'm kind of confused on that. I don't know the timing, but so you were filming and she started coming for you, or was this
Yep.
when
we
the
were
show?
filming. Yeah, when we were filming. So I mentioned it to Tori, I think day 2, which was
Yeah.
we were on the honeymoon. So day 2 of knowing each other. I had cut communications with the ex a few weeks prior, and my phone was blowing up. She would not stop communicating. And yeah, you can block a number, but you can't block an unknown number. It keeps ringing.
Yeah.
They can email you. They can fucking
Contact your Fitbit.
They can fucking do anything, right? They
Yeah.
can get to you. So the phone was ringing. I had it blocked, unknown, and I was like, fucking hell, like this is going to happen. So I gave Tori the heads up. I said, this is in my past. This is what's gone down. She couldn't even give a fuck. She's like, yeah, look, I've got history too. I've got a guy I was seeing another month ago and blah, 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 blah. Like we've all been actively seeing people before Married at First Sight. You don't just sit there and wait.
Yeah.
So she knew all about it, and we were actually going to address it at some point to the other cast members. But before we could meet the other cast members, she went to the media. So before we met any of the other cast, this article had been leaked on me dumping an ex to go on the show.
Wait, before you have met the whole show,
Before we'd met the cast.
did it get released back then?
So what happened was we got married in July, me and Tori, and the paparazzis take photos and they leaked it online.
Yeah.
We go away on the honeymoon. We haven't met the cast yet.
Yeah.
Now, all this shit's popping up online from the paparazzi at our wedding. So obviously the ex sees this, and then she goes to another outlet and tells her story. So we get back from the honeymoon. It's literally the day of the first dinner party. We open up the phone and we see this article on Jack Dunkley, like leaving his ex to go on the show.
Wow.
And they use 2 pictures. They use a picture and they date it June, and then they use one of my wedding photos with Tori and they date it July to make it look like I've dumped her and I've taken this picture with her a month before. No, bitch, this fucking this photo was taken in March, months and months ago. So, and off we went. So as we're getting introduced each other to the cast and meeting the other dynamics and relationships, I'm known as this guy that's just dumped his girl to be on the show.
Just straight away.
Away
That's
we
what you were
fucking go.
copping. Yeah, that's perfect. Passionate ex. She was a passionate ex, eh? That's awesome.
Yeah.
We're gonna finish it up real soon. So with is it John, the guy that sits on the couch, and then the other ladies?
Yeah.
Got any message for them, or like any thoughts on them?
I don't. They, I think I answered a question yesterday about this. They all, again, they're working.
Yeah.
You know, they're literally making bank on the biggest TV show in Australia.
Yeah.
Playing a part. I think people need to understand that as well. You know, they're basically a producer sitting in a chair with an earpiece, talking to you, having breaks while they hear the next piece come through, responding. You just can't take it personally. And I'll give you an exclusive. Basically, after each couch session, I was getting hammered. I honestly felt like they were rocking up, reading their script, going, fuck, we're going to nail Jack again. Like, really? Again? And they're like, here we go. And then we'd finish. We'd get up to walk off, and John would wink at me, like good job, bud. Like,
you're all right. You just handled it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, it's a big game. It's a TV show.
Yeah. Okay. So I said, what's after Married at First Sight? So it's like you and Tori are living together. What else is going on?
Tori's getting some pretty good hit ups right now, just through the gram, I guess, through promotional work and whatnot. It's not the end goal, but it's nice. It's nice to just cash in and do a few little gigs here and there. I'll drop one this week or next week. Watch it.
Oh, so you can't say it now?
No, I won't say it now. Just
Okay.
watch the page, mate. You'll like this one.
Okay.
But we're going to do business together. She's always been into the fitness industry. Obviously, I have as well. I've looked at gyms to buy before with business partners. And
are you going to buy a gym?
we might be opening something up one day, my friend. We might do something. I'm about to take business to another gym. I've got a couple of associates that we might be opening up a bit of a gym with called All Bods. And this is North Gold Coast, so not far from where I work now.
Yeah.
So we're pretty excited about that. We're going to get into there and do a bit of work with them.
Yeah.
So, that's All Bods. That'll be opening up, I reckon, in about 6 weeks. You'll see plenty of it. I'll plaster it, don't you worry.
Yeah.
And we're striving, man. We kind of want to do a bit of traveling. We're open to a bit of travel if any opportunity arises. And then, she wants to build a fucking empire. I can tell you that right now.
That's awesome, man. That's when you find a girl that's ambitious and wants to
very,
get it.
very driven. She wants to live a life, and she's got great work ethic. She can get in and get it done, and so can I. And I'm in a good position to invest and take a risk. So we definitely want to do that, and maybe something in the fitness space.
Yeah, exciting. That's
Yeah.
really cool. Anything else that's coming up or?
No, nothing in near future, buddy. We just sort of, it's a tidal wave. We've just been on the grams for the last week.
Yeah.
You don't know how you're going to be perceived, but fucking hell, we've had a lot of love and support, which is fantastic. The DMs are full every day with nice messages, which we appreciate each and every one of them.
Yeah.
All we've heard since being on the show, like online, is bad people troll, like people troll and you're the bad guy, like fuck you, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So it's been nice to sort of get a little bit of reality back, and we do have a lot of support, a lot of fans, which is cool. So we're just sort of smelling the roses right now, seeing what's going on. Tory's under management, all that kind of thing. And
what are you, mate? You're saying Tory's under all this stuff. Have you got management? Are you
Bro, I was the
or
villain of the show. Nah.
What? So they're not really
No, I've got a couple of things going on. Tory's
girls as well. Girls like with the gym wear, the fucking pretty little thing, boohoo, all that shit. They'll just start flicking the
Yeah. No, there's
and the
packages
events
arriving.
and the events and stuff. They don't really want to see you at the fucking events, Jack. They don't want to see blokes at the events, man. Like girls have got a lot going on. I've noticed that because I've been doing social media for 10 years. So like, when the girls worked it out, like say like Tammy Hambro, like she was like the pioneer in Australia, but then you go to like all these like the girls now that are blowing up on TikTok and that, so many events every week. They're just busy as.
Yeah, and look, she's cut out for it, man. Like she loves it, she deserves it. So if anything can come through those streams, send it her way. Like I'm happy for her.
Yeah, no, that's awesome to hear, man. You're supportive, so that's
good.
good.
100%. Like I said, I've got something to drop and promote this week or next week.
Well,
so.
can you tell me when the cameras are off?
Yeah, I'll tell you when the cameras are
fucking off. Guys, that is Jack from Married at First Sight. We're going to link all his profiles down below. Thanks so much for coming on,
No worries,
brother.
mate.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Bang.